Hi, it's Sam here, and welcome back to the channel, Physique Philosopher on YouTube and Instagram. Today I'm going to show you which of the rules everyone in classic physique, every level pretty much, is breaking at the moment. So I've got a picture up there, and I've got a document to show you. This is the IFBB rules book, so it's actually in several documents, and you can download all of these on the IFBB webpage. So stay with me till the end. You're going to see exactly which rule has been broken by everyone in classic physique, and then we'll have a little talk about how that's happened and what that might mean for the bodybuilding here. So IFBB men's classic physique. There's a separate document for each discipline. So there's a main rule book, and then there's different documents for each main discipline. So this is section 16 document for men's classic physique, and as you can see, it's a 2023. So if we come to the contents page here, we've got Article 6. On page 6, the posing attire for all rounds. So it's actually in the prejudging section here, but it does specify for all rounds, and there's under these articles for the finals, there's no other element for posing attire. So we go down for posing attire page 6 here. And it specifies competitors must wear a one colour, any colour opaque gymnastic shorts with at least 15 centimetre high sides, covering the whole gluteus maximus. So it actually specifies that. It doesn't say 15 centimetre sides or covering the whole gluteus maximus. It lists that as well as a requirement. So if you look at the pictures on the left, they are actually from prejudging, so it does fit the section that this article is under, even though it appears to apply for all rounds. You've got everyone where it's not covering the whole of the glutes. It's clearly not. So the gluteus maximus is that lower and the larger section of muscle in the glutes, and they've all kind of got this thing going on where it's half a wedgie or the sides kind of cut higher to show some of the glutes because they want to show how lean they are and striations in the glutes and everything like that. And I just think it's a rule that's clearly there, but it's clearly not being enforced. So this was prejudging at 2023, and these were all some of the top competitors here, and you can see that all of them are showing a large amount of the glutes here. Show that off, and no one ever gets called on it. So it was a thing with classic physique that it didn't used to be like this. A few years ago, the first shorts that everyone had, they were sort of bigger than this, and no one was doing this. And I think it's gradually crept in, just like it gradually crept in to have smaller and smaller posing trunks with open bodybuilding. And it's not a big deal, but I kind of think that it's maybe a little bit off-putting to people that are newer at bodybuilding, or if we're trying to grow the interest in bodybuilding. So I think a lot of people that are newer to competing or whatever wouldn't be comfortable to be expected to wear that and show that. I just sort of think if we're trying to make it more approachable, especially with classic physique, that we probably should enforce a rule like this. And also, if it's looking classic and more like old bodybuilding, if you look at the golden era, they hadn't really crept in the only category there was for bodybuilding, with having these smaller and smaller posing trunks that are showing the glutes. That only really came in somewhere in the 80s. I think it was sort of Rich Gaspari was the first person I can think of off the top of my head that was the first person sort of showing like how conditioned they were. They had kind of striations in their glutes. And now everyone wants to show that. So if you're looking classic, like before that, no one was doing that either. So I think it doesn't really fit. So I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are on this, whether it's a rule that should be enforced or whether we should keep going with this and they should just do away with it. Let me know in the comments what you think. But I also found a couple of other comments here in these rules on classic physique that were quite entertaining. So just below that, in 6.11, it also says, I'll highlight it here, the use of padding anywhere in the trunks is prohibited, which I find quite funny, but I don't think anyone's doing that. And then in 6.12, it says implants or fluid injections causing the change of the natural shape of any parts or muscles of the body are strictly prohibited and may result in disqualification of the competitor. So I suppose there they mean site enhancement oils, or SEO as it's sometimes called. It's kind of like, if it looks like you've done that, you're going to get penalised for it, which I have seen happen at competitions. I have seen people get penalised for displaying a look that looks like that's what's happening. So apparently, some of the rules here that are specified, some of them are getting enforced and some of them aren't. And I just don't know if it's the right direction for bodybuilding at all to be like showing the glutes. I think maybe we got wellness and bikini for that kind of thing. But let me know what you think, and for more analysis of bodybuilding and help with nutrition, workouts and everything like that, consider subscribing and check out my next videos on the upcoming slide. Cheers.